Hello, everybody. So, today I just wanted to paint with you, and I wanted to give you an insight on what's going on in my dripping paintings. So, I really appreciate control, but at the same time, I know that I have to let go. So, I like paintings that are about controlled chaos. So I choose the color, I choose where to put the first brush stroke, but after that, the drop lands where it lands, and I cannot control that. So I choose how much paint to pour, but once it starts moving on the canvas, I have to let go and I have no control over it. So basically, there's this moment right before the paint begins to drip where everything just feels still and I feel like I'm in control, but it's still unpredictable. And the brush is easy and steady and it's full of color, but it's a clean canvas. So, in a way, I'm going to ruin something. So, the gravity basically takes over and the paint just moves, and I didn't plan that, and the canvas obviously stretches a bit when it gets wet and it separates, and then maybe it blends together with other colors, and sometimes it runs too much because there's just too much water, but sometimes also it just doesn't go far enough on the canvas. And that's the point of this type of painting, that controlled chaos isn't about losing control, it's about knowing when to stop and knowing when to release. So I think about this a lot as try to control everything outcomes, uh, try to just control the timing, but it's all about actually how we perceive things. If we want clean lines, clear plans, perfect results, we need to be in control. And that's not how life really works. It's more like the painting is more like the opposite of how control is. So you can prepare for it and you can guide it, you can influence it, but you cannot control it, because in the end of the day it will do what it will do. If you can't fully control it also, you can't control well where it ends up. And honestly, that's where the beauty starts, because if you look at its drip right here where I'm painting, I didn't plan for it to split into two lines, or I didn't plan for the tiny little strikes to cut through the middle. If I tried to fix it immediately, I might have ruined it actually. But instead, I just let it go. And imperfection has movement, and perfection is usually frozen and still. So when something is too perfect, it almost feels untouchable and distant and manufactured in a way. But when something is imperfect, it feels human, to me at least. So the uneven edges and sometimes accidental splatters or the colors mixing unexpectedly, it's what makes the piece in a way breathe or like be itself, you know? There's just something really powerful about allowing mistakes to exist without rushing in to just fix them. Why should we fix them? Sometimes the drip, it looks completely off, but first it becomes the most interesting part of my painting. And I think that says a lot about life too. We're taught to like hide our flaws and to smooth over things, to erase the messy parts of our lives, to be perfect, even on social media, actually. We're taught to just put everything that's happy on social media and smile about it, and it's amazing, our life is amazing, but it's not like that. And what if the moments that didn't go according to plan are the ones that shaped us the most, that are the ones that made us who we are today, you know. When I tilt the canvas or when I'm guiding the paint, but I'm not forcing it, I'm working with it. That's the balance, and I control what I can, but I release what I can't control. So there's a rhythm to it. I pour, I pause, I watch, I adjust, and just let go. Controlled chaos isn't reckless, it's intentional freedom. It's basically trusting that even if you don't move exactly the way you imagined, or if things don't move exactly the way you imagined, there can still be something beautiful. The outcome might be beautiful and perfect, even more perfect than when you could control it. And that's what I'm actually trying to learn again within my life. It's just trusting that even before, it's trusting that even if things don't move exactly as I imagined, they can still become something beautiful. If you see how the colors blend, I didn't sit here and calculate every interaction. I didn't measure every millimeter. I allowed just space to surprise me. And surprise is where creativity lives. Imperfections are, in my head, what makes art alive, because it captures these significant moments. Once the paint dries, it will never move again. And this is it. The exact trip will never happen again. So it's temporary and unrepeatable. I cannot make the same painting, the same canvas, the same type of color even. And that feels very special to me. And maybe that's why trying to control everything feels so exhausting sometimes, because I'm trying to freeze something that isn't meant to freeze, it's meant to flow. It's like paint flows and water flows and time also flows, and we're not meant to grip everything so tightly and hold on to it so tightly. There's a lot of courage in letting go, and there's confidence in saying, I don't need this to be perfect to believe it's beautiful. Sometimes, like, the strongest thing you can do is allow something to be unfinished, uneven, and also asymmetrical, because perfection is a really big illusion. Even when the drips that look smooth up close, they have tiny rigid edges and breaks. Even like the cleanest lines, they have texture. So imperfection is honest and honesty is beautiful. That's how I see it right now. So as the paint settles and it's finding its own path, I'm just still here. I'm still part of the process, but I'm not controlling every second of it anymore. I'm just collaborating with it. I'm just living in this movement and in these chances, let's say, of something beautiful getting created or something not beautiful. And that's what controlled chaos really is. It's a collaboration basically between me and the unexpected. So instead of fighting the drips that fall and sometimes I don't like, I just let it teach me something. Instead of just looking at it and observing it and feeling that I need to correct the flaw, I just look at it and I just go with it. Instead of like chasing this perfectionism, I choose presence. So I just choose to be there with whatever happens. Because when I stop to just simply obsess over the final outcome, I start to appreciate the process instead of the outcome. The process where growth basically happens. It just happens. And this painting won't be perfect. There will be spots I didn't intend, lines I didn't predict, blends I didn't plan, and all this weird stuff going on in this painting. Maybe it looks more diluted, but it's real. And real is better than perfect. Sometimes the most beautiful things, the most beautiful parts of life are the ones that just spill over the edges and are unpredictable, and we didn't plan for them, and we're so happy with them in the end. The ones that don't stay inside the box, inside the lines of our expectations. The ones that just remind you that you can guide the path, but you don't have to control every step of the path. Controlled chaos is just beauty in imperfections, and in my opinion, I want to just let it become what it's meant to be, by itself, and just trust that even unexpected parts have a place in the final picture. So, I don't know, I just wanted to just talk about this a bit because I really appreciate control, but at the same time, I know that it's time to let go, and that this unrealistic control should just leave, and it's not meant to be in our lives. So thank you very much for watching my video and listening to me today. I hope you like this video. It's just me making my art and talking a bit about it again. And thank you for being here, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.